Greetings, empowered souls. How are you guys doing? I hope well. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday here in the United States, so happy weekend, basically. And also happy Gemini season. Gemini, this is your season. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if today is your birthday, happy born day, and happy solar return. So with that being said, Gemini, I'm going to start your reading and check in with the love energy, specifically looking for romantic love energy or friendship, but whatever comes out. But the cards I'm using most likely are going to lean more towards romance, love, and or friendship. So with that being said, let's tap into your energy and see what love messages come out. And if you guys are still here, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up like button. It does help the channel continue to move through the thick algorithm. So as always, I do appreciate that and I'm grateful. Okay, Gemini. So I'm excited it's Gemini season for a couple of reasons, because not only is I just love this time of the year, I'm a spring summer baby, and more so summer, but also I know that Cancer season will be coming up soon. So I'm a Cancer sun sign, but I actually do have a lot of Gemini placements. And I am kind of close to the cusp of Gemini Cancer. So my birthday is in the middle part of June. So, which is the early part of Cancer. So let's see, Gemini, what messages we have for you that you need to know at this time for your greatest and highest good, and for any confirmations for you. And yeah, let's check in. All right. Holy Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements at this time regarding love, romance, or friendship? What do we have here? I'll be taking these cards in the upright position. Okay, what else for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? No, I'm not taking that. So guys, we had Stringing Along that came out. That's the first card that came out, Stringing Along. What else for Gemini, Collective Divine Spirit regarding romance, friendship, love, resting? We have resting and we have Stringing Along. So some of you guys could be on a break from romance or a partnership due to someone stringing you along, Gemini. Yeah, I feel like this is, some of you guys have been taking a break from a situation. Okay, a codependent situation. Okay, all right. So for some of you guys, this energy that's coming up is an energy for some of you guys that have already been involved in a situation. I'm not getting any new energy yet in terms of like a new person, but regarding relationships, love, friendships, and things like that, this is an energy where some of you guys have been taking a break from, I'm getting a very intense relationship or connection, something that was basically pretty toxic, because any type of codependent connection is a toxic one, no matter how you slice it. If there's codependency, then that's a toxic attachment. But I do feel, I do feel like some of you guys are taking a break from that energy or connection. You might have also felt like you were being strung along in this connection as well, Gemini. So let's see what's up with that. Let's get some other messages. Gemini, could you have possibly been in a connection where you, well, this where this was a where this was a long-term situation, but it wasn't completely labeled yet? It almost feels like, Gemini, you were with somebody or in a connection that was, you guys have a history, but you didn't really label your relationship. You weren't partner or partner, girlfriend or boyfriend, boyfriend or boyfriend, girlfriend or girlfriend, or married. It almost seems like this might have been a very long-term casual situation, and maybe you wanted to have a more serious connection with this person, Gemini, or switch it. Maybe it's vice versa. Maybe this person wanted to have a long relationship or long-term labeled relationship with you. But place yourself where you belong. But I feel more so this is your energy, Gemini, where you may have felt strung along in a situation that you were maybe hoping to one day be labeled, or a relationship where you were one day hoping that this would turn into something more committed. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, so what else, Gemini, do you have? Holy Divine Spirit, what else do we have for Gemini collective regarding love, relationships, friendship? We got summertime. Let's go on a trip, double date, and have some fun. So that could be something that you guys are wanting to do after you take this break or after you've been resting up. You might be looking forward to taking some trips or planning some trips for this summer. But I also get the energy from this card that your connection from someone's angle, and could be your person, they definitely had more of a casual, perspective. They view your connection more casual than you might have, Gemini. Then we have new car, leveling up, making money, new career, financially stable. All right, Gemini. That's good. That's good. So some of you guys could be getting a new vehicle this summer. But whatever you, in terms of where you are status-wise, it's looking and feeling good so far. And what else for Gemini, collective divine spirit, regarding love? What love energy do you have for Gemini collective? Rejected, separation, split, or time apart. We need a break from each other. Exactly. This is another reason why the resting card came out. Yeah, you guys are taking a break. You are taking a break from someone. So the strongest love energy that I have for you guys at the moment, Gemini, is you guys have taken a break from somebody or a situation. Something was more casual to someone else, and the other partner wanted something to be more serious, and the other partner felt strung along. So Gemini, I do feel like this is your energy, and I almost feel, Gemini, that I got a similar message for you not that long ago regarding love, relationships. So this energy is still pretty strong for some of the collective of Geminis that I'm reading for. Sorry guys, my throat is getting a bit dry. I think it's the dramatic, and I do mean dramatic, changing weather around here. So today is Saturday, right, y'all? But like on this past Tuesday, so last weekend up to this past Tuesday, it was in the 90s. And the other day, about 2 days ago, it dropped down like 30 some degrees, back down to like 60 something, 50 something. And literally now today on Saturday, it's like it's a rainy, cloudy day, but it's cool out. Yeah, this is not common for this time of year, this time of month, in this area. This time of the month in May, in the area where I live at, we should steadily be getting at the least upper 70s, low 80s. Crazy. What message do you have for Gemini collective divine spirit regarding love, energy that they need to hear at this time? Please and thank you. Again, some of these messages are just going to be confirmations for you guys. So Gemini, you guys, I feel, are the ones that walked away from someone or situation that you felt was stringing you along. And you realize that someone was more interested in a casual relationship, but yet you have felt some type of codependency, some type of emotional attachment to that person. And I get it. I've been there, done that. That's very common, even when there's not a label on the relationship, there's that emotional attachment that becomes a codependent attachment. Okay, we got the King of Cups. This King of Cups came out sideways. So you guys could be dealing with a water sign. Doesn't have to be specifically a Cancer regarding this card. So with it, and it's funny because I put the card and it landed right on this rejected. This masculine energy here, as you see in the picture. It landed right there on the card. So what else? So with the King of Cups being sideways, guys, this automatically gives me the energy that whoever you guys are taking a break from or have been separated from, this person is still in your energy, of course, because it's coming up in the cards. But also, I see that there's some, this is kind of, I'm feeling more like a pause, that this is not over. You guys are still going to be talking to each other, or at some point, there's going to be communication, if it hasn't already, between you two. There's going to be some kind of communication. This person is not completely out of your life just yet, Gemini. We had the Empress and the upright. Okay. So some of you guys are trying to take back your power and get in that Empress energy. Okay. But also, this could also be, some of you guys may find out you guys are pregnant. If you are a Gemini masculine male, you may find that your person is pregnant. There could be someone that is expecting, that's learning that they're expecting in this spring season going into summer. But again, I feel that for some of you guys, there's also strong energy that you guys are claiming your power back. You're trying to move out of this emotional attachment to something that is basically going nowhere. You would have wanted it to go somewhere at some point. In Gemini, you're realizing and waking up that it's not going the way that you want. This person doesn't want the same type of commitment, or excuse me, this person doesn't want the same type of relationship that you want. You want more of a commitment, more of stability. You want to know, what are we? This person isn't giving you an answer to that. This person just wants to have fun and have something very casual and just wants to have fun with you. You are a lot of fun. You're great company to be with, but this person is not ready to settle down, and you're already getting that feeling, or you already know this, and you are stepping, I feel like I want to say you're stepping back into your Empress energy, regardless of your gender. You're taking your power back. The Empress in the upright typically represents all four queens in the tarot. You know, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Air, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. The Empress is over all those queens because the Empress has already been all those queens rolled up in one. She's experienced being in all those queens, so now she's the Empress. So again, regardless of your gender, you are trying to get back into that Empress status where, you know, you don't chase. You allow the blessings to flow to you. You allow the people to come to you. You sit on your throne and wait for the blessings to come to you. And you bless and enhance other people's lives. And you align with those who are in alignment with your energy, your vibration, who are definitely spiritually aligned to you as well. All right. What else for this energy? For Gemini love energy. Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Let me have one more card from this deck. Okay, we got the Sun in reverse. So in this particular deck, the Sun in reverse is also still a positive card. Okay, so with this being in reverse, it says just have fun, count your blessings, play, have fun, be your authentic self, and supremely optimistic. And there's a yes. And as you see, there's a child in the upright riding on the horse. And the upright is clearly a child. In reverse, it still talks about having fun, being your authentic self. And again, we have summertime. Let's go on a trip, double date, and have some fun. There are messages here, Gemini, for you to have fun. This is your season. We are basically entering summertime, like right around the corner. And this is a time for you to have fun and get into your Empress energy, or get back into your Empress status, get back on that throne, regardless of your gender, male, female. This is talking about, Gemini, you focusing back on yourself and not allowing this split or this codependent type of or emotional attachment connection to strip away who you are on an authentic level. Don't allow it to strip away your authenticity and you focusing on yourself. So Divine Source is reminding you and encouraging you to pour back into yourself as you're resting and taking a break. When you come out of this resting period, to make sure that your priority is going to be yourself. Your priority is going to be coming out of this energy and pouring into yourself and having fun. You already know what the situation is between you and this person and this connection. You have options. Point blank, period. Divine Source is reminding you, you got options. You've always had options. And you damn sure shouldn't be allowing a connection that's up in the air, or a person or situation that's been stringing you along, wasting your time and your energy. You're not to let that get in the way of you opening up yourself up to other options and other people and other connections. So basically, Divine Source is saying, please don't waste your time with someone who's been wasting your time. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. And let me get a last card out of this deck. What else are you recommending Gemini collective do regarding this particular love energy? So this message probably is very specific for somebody, but I roll with what I'm getting. The cards are just like a jump start for me. I use the cards to get a jump start on my channeling and my activation here. What other message do you have for Gemini Collective as we close out regarding love energy? What's your advice or recommendation for Gemini Collective, or what else do you want to say, Divine Source, to Gemini Collective before we close out? Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse means to be careful about not repeating. Be careful about repeating a cycle, because there is some codependency here. Again, there's that emotional attachment. Hard to really break completely away from this particular situation or connection. Again, that's a struggle. That's been a struggle for a lot of us in the collective at one point or another. But Divine Source is saying, be careful, because the Wheel of Fortune being in reverse means that there is something that has a big potential of repeating. And not only that, a cycle, a toxic cycle that could be repeating, but also with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it talks about unfavorable luck, unfavorable things attached to repeating the cycle. Okay, external circumstances impacting your relationship, feeling powerless in your love life, and struggling to adapt at work, or unforeseen financial setbacks. So there's a lot of, I don't want to use the word bad luck with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, but luck is basically, luck would not be on your side if you repeat a pattern that you know is a pattern that you know is not good for you, that you know is, again, not going nowhere, with stringing along, repeating a pattern of going around in circles with this toxic situation and having that emotional attachment. So this is just more of a warning with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse for you guys, for whoever this message belongs to. Okay, Gemini, and I didn't really mean to go this long, but you know, I always say that, but I channel what I channel. I get what I get. So with that being said, Gemini, I hope that the messages resonated and that you found them helpful. And these are your messages that I have at this time. And again, if this is your birthday today, May 23rd, 2016, happy birthday, happy solar return. I'm wishing you the best. Have a great, wonderful, wonderful divine birthday. And again, happy Gemini season to you all. And peace and blessings.